green light, go. Tires burn the pavement, people wanting his arms ahead. All being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred. Meet to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, steady. To the letter rock, turn it up. Rockets, that's a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sit up your gate to dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We installed doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. We're leaving the kings of all crowns. So are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, steady. To the letter right. Turn it up, y'all keep it flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Ready, set, steady, back. Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all keep it flow. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter rock. Turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? Steady, back. But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did.
Playing skills.
Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, all on the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, all on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, all on the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, all on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that haters, I make a lot of new money, When the not savers, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out, cuz I never switch, I never switch, I never switch, I never switch. Ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist,
I was legit. Ever since I blew, they all on my hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long, say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent my 10 on my fit. Ex-slick, then hit with the back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back, then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these 4 things, pull out the VIP. Suck, turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
night like, yeah. Whole squad like, what? In the field like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah. In the field like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. Whole squad like, yeah. In the field like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I say you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want. Call us dangerous. Ain't too many can play with us. See what this game here taking us. No barber, ain't no fading us. I ain't really saying much. Actions be louder than words, man. I just wanna be heard from your mom to your pop to the beat to the birds, man. Cut right off on the curb like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my home team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like blah. Yeah, in the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like what? In the field like yeah. All day like.
All right, Coach, coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports brings us to Southern California and Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC. All about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
It's funny, partner. Le'Veon Bell, when he came out of Michigan State, when I go back and look at my analysis of him and what my grades were for him, thought he was a big-time player, great potential. But I didn't know we were going to get this player. I was used to a big, solid, thick running back. But now I've got a full package, a guy who can do everything, as we just saw there, including breaking tackles.
But at the time, second-round pick in 2013. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll try the right side with Bell. He spins away. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Check, nickel.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. That goes as a gain of 37 on 3rd down.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
Williams. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mahomes caught here by Bell. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Open space inside the 10. And it's complete to Kelsey. And down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Bell. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. The extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken short. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Wait, 56. Check 56. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Hey, 66.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Hey, Haywood. I'm here all day. You draw corkers.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, Charlie. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check. 72. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Mike's 56. Hey, exit. Mike's 56. Wait, when he hit? When he hit?
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some.
Now Brady. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Now Bell, a good move on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Exit. 49. Let's go, D. 49. 49 to Mike. 49 to Mike. Like the pass. 49. 49, guys.
Hey, Sunday.
Game situation. Echo.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes got Gordon open, completes it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Throwing on first down is Mahomes. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
I got you.
They started on the ground with Eckler. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Right there, 56. How you get on the header? How you get on the header? Regular.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brady finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
52's the mic. 3 buzz.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike 56. Regular. Hey, Delta. 56. Mike 56. Right there. 56. I'm coming after you.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Brady. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From just shy of midfield, Brady going deep for Benjamin. That is caught. It's Benjamin for the Charger touchdown. Travis Benjamin. His 4th touchdown on the year as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Badgley up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Bell. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level. Going to be before they actually open, I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Desmond King making the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. 15.
Now here's Mahomes. Gets this one to Hill. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards the pickup there. So big pickup that time. And Charles, defending AFC Player of the Week, maybe bucking towards another award this week.
Yeah, and they say they don't really care about the individual awards. You and I both know
they do.
It means a lot to them. It means respect around the league. And if he's able to show those kind of hands all game long, he can win a second one.
43, 15. Oh, here we go. Oh.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Here we go.
They go play action here on 1st down. It's Kelsey on the ground. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
7 on 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Bell. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Yellow. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Hey, sundown. Smith, yellow.
Here's Bell. And they're going to mark mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They come out here in the eye. A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. They'll run it with Bell. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. Le'Veon Bell, no shades there at 2015 against the Chargers where he stumbled in. Here he can't get in, and the Chargers hold tight down near the goal line. The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, if the season ended today, it's not going to. We still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check 13. Check 13. Say. Check. Tighten up. Tighten up. 6 guard. Check 6 guard.
They'll try the right side with Eckler. Twisting away. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
Match box, Mike. Sugar.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Go.
52, right 52. Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go.
On first and 10, here's Brady. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
56. Coming to you.
The final shot before half for Brady. It's complete to Williams. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
At the 27-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Brady. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for them.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Casey Hayward makes the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Attack!
March 49. Box trap. Let's get out the field, defense.
Now Mahomes. That's complete. It's Bell. Give him 8 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Here's Mahomes to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. Mahomes to the former Rams, Sammy Watkins, for the Kansas City first.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
2nd and 6.
Yellow. Yellow.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 34-yard line.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Check 26, check 26. Check the hot read. Shit.
On first down, Bell. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes. Caught. Kelsey, left side. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Mahomes now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's Bell. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
This is Bell. Sharp move, but can't find much space. Dropped just inside the 20. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
He's coming. Double up.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And Butker able to put this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The Charger drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's
and he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Frank Clark in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Check 9, check 9. Check 3, check 3. Recon, 132 fighter. Motion, motion, motion. Hey, Alabama, Alabama. Hey, orbit.
Another try after the first down sack. Brady throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be a third and about 13.
No game on this defense, no game. Check it, reload. Bravo.
56, check 56. I know he ain't got it. Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
To throw, it's Brady. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And some room to maneuver. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
On first down, Mahomes eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 64 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. A give to Bell. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. With that run, double check my math, yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now approaching the top 50 all-time rushers in NFL history. That means he just sped past Terrell Davis, who's in the Hall of Fame. And now he's just got to go
here on third and goal.
Yellow. Arms are low, lady. Shoot.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Le'Veon Bell with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point up and through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Give them 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
56.
Hey, Zoo.
Right there, 56.
Shotgun now for Brady. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. Well, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Going deep here for Allen. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Bang it. Bang it.
Smooth.
56. Mike 56.
72.
From midfield, here's Brady. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. 72.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. Open man, it's Allen. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 36. Brady now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Brady's throw there complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now Brady. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. He's got a man. It's Williams. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it. Brady now 11 of 17 passing thus far. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Hunter Henry, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Yellow.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes to the right side. It's Kelsey. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run on 1st down. It's Bell, and nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Mahomes going to throw it here. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get 1st downs and eat away at the clock.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. To throw is Mahomes. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers 35. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Mahomes on the keeper. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line.
Yellow. Let's go on, Eddie.
Hey, they scared. They scared.
Victory in the cards now for the Chiefs as they take a knee here. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Mahomes down to a knee, and that should just about write a finish to this one.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. Well, partner, even though my phone alarm failed me this morning in our